And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at a little game called Fish and Ships. Yeah. So it's a punny name, right? It's actually a pretty small game. You're a bunch of polar bear Vikings sailing on ships. I mean, there's a polar bear on the front cover of this, and I think they show them on some of the cards in here. I honestly forget if there's polar bears. Oh no, there's flamingos and stuff. That's right. They're all different animals. You say, how can you forget that? You just played this game. Yes, I did, but the animals, you're basically just looking at a color. I don't remember anything else other than remembering that this card is white. This is a game in which you're moving ships, and you want some of your ships to do better than the other ships. How do you play? Here's how. At the beginning of the game, you're going to set up 6 ocean cards randomly. And there's 2 that show 1 fish, 1 with 2, and 1 with 3. But they're randomly. Each player is going to start with a cube. You're going to put 4 ships here. These are not your ships. You're going to have 7 cards that show you kind of your stake in each of the ships. So I have 3 for pink, 3 for brown, and 1 for green. So on my turn, I have 3 options that I can do. I can turn over 2 tiles. I can pay a cube and turn over 3 tiles, or I can turn over only 1 and get a cube from the supply. So let's say I turn over 2 tiles, so I turn these over. I've turned over the white and the brown ship. I can now pick one of those 2 ships to move forward 1. That's it. Next person turns over 2 tiles. They also decide to move brown forward. The next person turns over 3. They have to pay a cube, and they're going to pick between green, brown, and pink, so they move pink. The next person also pays 3. This rubber ducky is nothing. They're just going to pick between pink and green, so they move green. The next person turns over 3. They get a pirate, which means they steal a cube from every other player, and then they'll move to pink or white. Now that because there are less than 4 tiles face down, all the tiles are going to get turned face back and shuffled again. And that's pretty much how the game works. You can also discard one of the cards in your hand if you want to move a ship forward or backwards of any color. And then you also get a cube when you do that. As soon as 1 ship lands here at the very last card, then the game will end. And everyone's going to get points. So I look at my hand. I have 3 brown cards times 3 fish. That's 9 points. I have 3 pink cards times 1 fish. That's 3 points. 1 green card times 1 green fish. That's 1 point. I didn't have any white ships. If I did, they would be worth nothing. Person with the most points is the winner. If there's a tie, then whoever has more cubes wins. Otherwise, it's a tie still. So the components for the game, I mean, these are black cubes. We have different colored ships. The tiles are fine. I mean, I do like the water. It has a nice look to it. And the cute artwork here, it's very easy to differentiate between the cards. And the cards are very good quality. It's a small game, but I can't really fault it too much. There's even a little card here in case you forget what your actions are on your turn. But it's pretty basic here, and everything fits inside a small little box. Now, Fish and Ships sounds more interesting than it plays. The idea of these cubes as some sort of resource doesn't really work. It's like, will I draw 1 chip, 2 chips, or 3 chips? Yeah, the more chips you draw, the better your options are, but you're still kind of just randomly moving ships. You're like, I don't want to move the pink ship. I like where it's at. It's getting fish. That's great, but sometimes you don't have a choice and someone else might move it anyway. This whole keeping some of these cards hidden in your hand so people don't know what ships you're moving around is not really that interesting of an idea. Games have been done like this before. There's lots of games out there where you are a secret color. Well, here you're not really a secret color. You have multiple interests, like stocks in these ships. I'm not actually sure what you are. Yeah, you don't belong to them. They're just, you have some sailors on each ship. I guess they're your sailors on these ships. I don't know, but what I'm saying is the game, this is a game that sounds interesting, and every single time I've seen this play out, it's just, oh, you won, huh, you won, you won. And it doesn't really feel like anything anyone did really affects that. Sure, there's the, how many cards will I draw this turn? I mean, how many tiles will I draw this turn? All right, let's draw the tiles. Oh, look, this ship moves. Oh, no, that ship's not going to get points now. And it doesn't feel like anyone in this game has any real control over it. And even if you do have any control, it's going to change, especially with more than 2 players. And 2 players, the game's boring anyway, but with more than that, it just doesn't work. So unfortunately, I can't really recommend this one. Yes, the title's funny, and there's cute animals in it, but the game itself, meh. Dice Tower Judgment, just a little too random.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.